Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lesson 6, Describing Photos in the Present Perfect. Ajahn Nathan back here with you today. So, first of all, let's look at this photo. Usually, when we describe photos, we're describing it as it's happening right now. For example, we might say, the women are holding on to the aircraft, or the aircraft is floating. The weather is nice, things like that. However, sometimes important things have happened before the photo is taken. So before now. For example, in this photo, there was a crash, and at some point the passengers evacuated the aircraft. So when did these things happen? We don't really know because we can only see what's happening right now. So let's look at an example. The small plane has crashed into the ocean. When did this happen? We don't know. It could have been 5 minutes ago. It could have been 5 hours ago. We really have no idea. And honestly, we don't care because we care about right now. So that's why you'll notice we use the present verb in the present perfect tense. The small plane has crashed into the ocean. Likewise, we can look at the word evacuate. How would we say this? Sure, the passengers have evacuated the plane. Again, we see we use the present verb have. The passengers have evacuated the plane because we're concerned about the result right now, and the action happened sometime in the past, but we don't know when. So, the small plane has crashed into the ocean, and the passengers have evacuated the plane. So let's look at a grammar note. This is the form that we use for the present perfect tense in English. You'll notice that we use present verbs because we're talking about the result now. I have, you have, he or she or it has, we have, you all have, and they have. As a side note, remember that we often use the words just, yet, and already with the present perfect tense. For example, flight TG043 has just arrived. Here, just means recently, just before now. Or, flight TG043 has already arrived. Already could be any time in the past, not necessarily recently like just. Or, flight TG043 hasn't arrived yet. When? Doesn't matter. We're concerned about right now, that ยังไม่ถึง. Also, we notice that we use what we call verb 3, กริยาช่องสาม or in English we call it the past participle. So let's have a quick quiz about these verbs and what's the past participle. Take off is taken off. Take, took, taken. The plane has taken off. How about land? Yes, landed. Land, landed, landed. Extend. Yes, extended. Extend, extended, extended. Fall. Right, so fall is irregular. Fall, fell, fallen. The pen has fallen. How about collapse? Collapsed. Collapse, collapsed, collapsed. Break. Yes, it's irregular. Break, broke, broken. Collide. Should be collided. Collide, collided, collided. Crash. crashed. The plane has crashed. Or start. Started. They have started. Now, let's look at the pronunciation. We notice that when we have these ending sounds like d or t, that the ed is going to be pronounced one way. It has an extra syllable. So land becomes landed, extend, extended, collide, collided, start, started. However, any other sound, whether it's a consonant sound like these, s, sh, we just add a d or t, just an extra sound, no extra vowel. So collapse becomes collapsed. Crash becomes crashed. Even if it's a vowel sound, for example, vary becomes varied. So no extra syllable. Now let's get some practice with this. Have a look at this photo. Something important happened before this photo was taken. Let's try to use the word collapse. It should be the nose gear has collapsed, because nose gear is an uncountable noun, so we use the singular verb has in the present because we care about the result right now of something that happened in the past, but we don't know when. The nose gear has collapsed. How about in this photo? In this photo, we can see obviously that the plane is on a final approach, or the plane is landing. But those are present things. How do we know that? Well, because something happened before this photo was taken. We can see that we use the verb extend. So, what can we say? Right. The pilot has extended the flaps. When did he do it? Well, we don't know exactly. Maybe a minute ago or 2 minutes ago, something like that. So the pilot has extended the flaps. How about this photo? Well, obviously, maybe not long ago, we could say that something important happened. Clearly, there was a takeoff. So we could say the aircraft, sure, the aircraft has just taken off. So that's it for today's lesson about using the present perfect tense when describing photos. In the next lesson, we'll be talking about how to use the present continuous tense and the present simple tense to describe photos, which is actually more common for most photos. So that's it for today. Thank you for your time. ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ